welcome back to Counseling Minus the Boo with Candace. So we're gonna jump right into a video today, and this was like random thought that came in my head and I just could not shake it. So this video is going to be about what not to say about mental health disorders, individuals, so on, right? So we like to start with check-ins. So if you're new here, welcome. So the check-in is basically, what is your mood for today? My mood is pretty good. I'm surprised I have some energy left after work. But anyway, so you can usually express how you feel by your dance moves, by lyrics, by just typing in how you feel, by emojis. With me, I usually do dance moves. So my dance move for today is, guys, I don't even have on my extra light. Hold on. There's my extra light. So anyway, so yeah, so usually my dance move, I do dance moves. So it's, for today, it's gonna be, there's a new song, and that's like the top portion of the dance, and then there's another portion, but yeah, that's my dance move. Anyway, let's jump right into the video. So what not to say about mental health or people who suffer from mental health. Oh, I just said exactly what I do. Okay, so, or people who experience with mental health disorders. So I have 5 things that I wrote down, and I actually thought about this because I was listening to someone talk today, and they had said something. They said a certain individual suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder, and for me, I just cringed. I cringed. And I know I just caught myself saying suffered as well, but it's really like an opinion of mine, right, guys? This is my opinion, guys, but just to let you know what type of video this is. So this is gonna go under Let's Just Talk. But I cringed when I heard her say that, and maybe I noticed that I got triggered or something, but it's just though because I'm so passionate about mental health, and I'm so yeah, passionate, that I'm sensitive of how to say things. And so when she said that, like I said, I cringed, and I was just thinking like, there's a better way to say things. So even though I did slip out and say it, maybe because it's on my mind, but there's also a way to correct yourself. So saying someone suffers from a disorder, to me, it's negative, in my opinion, like I said, because it gives you that negative thinking, right? So when you usually thinking of someone saying that they're suffering from something, it's usually a negative perspective. It's usually like they're suffering from a medical condition or something like that, or just having a rough time, and that's not what mental health is to me. It does not signify a struggle, a battle, a fight. I will say that mental health can be viewed as maybe a challenge, because with challenges is identifying that maybe there's possible barriers, and it's not something that's just going to be overnight. However, with challenges, they're overcame, right? They're overcome. You can become aware, you can work on it, you can become on medication, and everyone is individualized, right? So there's always someone who can be functional, diagnosed or undiagnosed, and then there's others who may have a challenge presented with barriers or symptoms displayed, right? So that's the first thing. The second one for me is when they identify individuals that have mental health disorders as crazy. I hate that term. I hate that term. I actually hate when people just say that about themselves. And I say it about myself sometimes in a joking manner and things of that nature. It's just me being honest. But I hate it, okay? I hate when it's used to describe mental health. Because who gives that definition of what crazy truly is? Yes, it can be assumed that it's against societal norms, like maybe odd behavior, thoughts, and things of that nature. But it's kind of something like the word normal, right? I always stress that it can be used loosely, because there isn't like a set, clear, black and white definition. And that's the way I feel about kind of about the word crazy, right? It can describe behaviors, but I do not believe it should describe mental health. Make sense? I might be confusing you guys. Going right along. My third one. So, okay, so we already did videos about DID, dissociative identity disorder. We also did a video about bipolar disorder. And these are like two common things people always make jokes about, right? Oh, I have OCD. If you haven't watched the video, watch it so we can get a clear understanding about what OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, really is. It's more than having a preferred way of doing things. It's more than just having repeated behaviors. So it goes farther by having these intrusive thoughts of not wanting to repeat these behaviors and patterns. Okay, it's really more than just saying I like things this way or I like doing things this way. So that gets under my skin too. And then with talking about DID, when people say, oh, Geminis, astrology, right? Geminis have many faces. They have multiple personalities. That's how I feel about these statements, which I'm not saying that it can't be true, because if you believe in astrology, I support you. Cultural, any type of belief that you have, I support you. But when it comes to mental health, it's used so loosely. Oh, she's so bipolar because she has these up and down behaviors. But it's really more to it, right? Okay, you have really these extreme up and downs where you're having mania, where you're not getting sleep, you're talkative, your thoughts are all over the place, such and such and such, etc. Watch the video. And then you have these extreme lows where maybe you're isolating yourself, you're thinking of harming yourself, right? So there are big differences between these jokes about being bipolar and being or having multiple personalities, DID. Watch the videos if you do not know. Educate yourself. And then lastly, I'm getting a call. I don't know if that would affect the video. But lastly, something. So when people say that counseling and therapy does nothing for me, you have a right to say that, right? You have a right to believe that. Maybe you've had some experiences with counselors and it has not been the best experience, or maybe you've known somebody and it hasn't been the best experience with them. But that's a bubble of your experience, right? And then the part for me is when they use that experience to encourage others, to recognize it as a stigma, to recognize it as a weakness, and to recognize it as ineffective. So it's something that we're working on here, of breaking the stigma of going to counseling and giving awareness and providing free interventions and tips and things that you can do for yourself, without paying the fees, without filling out the paperwork, without having to go in the office and worrying about who's seeing you coming out or seeing your name on the list, even though counseling and therapists and things of that nature really try their best to be make sure everything is confident. Okay. Yeah, so those are my OCD, referring to people as crazy, describing disorder, referring to behavior, referring to yeah. So those are my things that I just categorized and kind of wanted to discuss. Please do not say this to anyone, guys. And we may think differently. You may feel like saying that someone suffers from such a disorder may not be so negative in your mind. So we can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree about if saying jokes about people are crazy or having multiple personalities or having OCD as a joke. We can agree to disagree. But I just want you guys just to be mindful, because everyone takes things differently. You never know other people's triggers. So sometimes just calling somebody crazy may bring something out of them. So just be mindful of what you're saying, and just be kind, and just really think about how are you describing mental health, and how would that affect the stigma, and make these individuals feel, guys. Even some of the movies sometimes don't have the best depiction. So I challenge you guys, below in the comments, let me know how you feel, and let me know some things that you feel are inappropriate to describe mental health, possibly some things that you heard that you disagree with. And I'll see you next time. I'll stop here. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. And check out the other playlist, guys. I put it together for you so you don't have to go through these cover balls to find the videos you want to see. See ya. Bye.